You stuck in a low-paid job wondering how in the world can you ever get rich? Well, you can, and I'm gonna show you how. Hey there folks, Money Jim here, your money pal. Plenty of people think getting rich is out of reach because they don't earn big bucks. Well, I'm here to tell you that just ain't true. And to prove it, we're gonna go through 6 steps. Each one's important, showing you exactly how to become a multi-millionaire, even if you're earning minimum wage. Sound good to you? Let's get stuck in with step number 1. Make a budget. Yeah, I know. The word budget alone makes plenty of people groan. Let me tell you something. If you ain't budgeting, you ain't in control of your money. And when you're on a low wage, you gotta be in total control to get rich. This could be the most important step to start building wealth. Because without a budget, chances are you won't even start. You'll probably spend all your earnings and live paycheck to paycheck like most people. So here's what to do. You want to spend no more than 50% of your after-tax pay on essential living expenses like rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, and transport. I know that might sound hard. Don't forget, getting rich on low pay ain't exactly a piece of cake. Might have to get creative, move to a cheaper area, house share, use public transport, shop around to get the best deals. Whatever you gotta do to keep your essential expenses to no more than half your take-home pay. Then once you've done that, you're gonna cut the other half in 2. So 25% of your pay for having fun, that's eating out, entertainment, shopping, vacations, whatever you want, as long as you stick to your budget. And the other 25% is what's gonna get you rich. Money to set aside for your future. What's gonna build and grow and build and grow. So if you're bringing home, say, $2,000 a month, $1,000 for your essential living expenses, $500 for enjoying yourself, and $500 is to get rich. Simple enough, ain't it? Take it from me. Once you budget for long enough, it'll become second nature, and you won't hardly have to think about it. And it'll become the habit of a lifetime that'll help you get rich and stay rich. So once you got your budget all set up and working for you, next comes step number 2. Boost your earnings. So even if you're on a low wage now, it don't gotta be like that forever. Chances are you'll get pay rises and promotions over time. But nice they are, you don't want to be hanging around for those. In fact, you want to jack up your earnings pronto. How? Well, again, get creative. Perhaps working overtime, especially if it's paid extra per hour. If you got skills, freelance. And if you don't got skills, get some. Education's never been more available or cheaper. Start a side hustle. Many people are. Rideshare driving, selling handmade products, even dog walking. And because you're already keeping your essential expenses to no more than 50% of your regular pay, you can either split the extra income in 2, again, half for having fun and half to set aside for getting rich, or you can set it all aside for building wealth. It's up to you, as long as it's at least 50% of that extra money you earning. Now step number 3 is clear your debt. Take it from me, debt interest sucks, and it's gonna suck the money out of your pocket until you get that debt gone. So if you got credit cards, car financing, student loans, personal loans, you gotta get rid, because they're standing in the way of you getting rich. So going back to your budget, that chunk you setting aside, first of all, you can use it to pay off your debts even before investing. Because while investment returns ain't guaranteed, debt interest sure is. And it's often a darn sight higher than your average investment gains. Do you think it makes sense to try to earn 10% from stocks when you're paying 15, 20% or more on your debt? Of course it don't. It makes no sense at all. Now you might have heard opinion divided between paying off your debts, smallest to largest. That's the snowball method versus paying them off highest to lowest interest. That's the avalanche method. I'm on the side of avalanche because y'all pay less interest overall, but it don't matter too much which way you want to go. Most important thing is you get that debt gone and get it gone for good. And then once you do, you can move on to the next step. Now I know by now plenty of y'all be raring to get investing, but hold your horses, sunshine, because we got one more real important thing to do first. Step number 4 is save for emergencies. Now this one ain't gonna make you rich, of course, but it'll sure slow you down if you ain't got an emergency fund. See, if you start investing, you want to be locking your investments away for at least 5 years, ideally a darn sight longer. Now, in the meantime, you can bet your bottom dollar there's going to be plenty of emergencies along the way. Unexpected expenses. It could be anything. Car, pets, home, healthcare, fines, or you could get fired or laid off while all your normal expenses keep on coming. What happens if you ain't got enough cash to cover it? Well, you either gotta sell some of your investments or get into debt. Neither one's no good. So make sure you got an emergency fund. 3 months worth of living expenses minimum. Shoot for more like 6 if you living by yourself, your job or company ain't so secure. Heck, go higher if you really want, but 3 to 6 months should do it for most folks. Use the 25% or more you setting aside in your budget to build it up. Now here's the thing, should you do that before or after you paid off your debt? I'd split it. Save up 1 month of living expenses first, then pay off your debt, then go back to building up that emergency fund to however big you want it. And now you're rock solid. You got your budget, no debt, and a chunky emergency fund. You got good money habits that'll set you on your way to getting rich. All you gotta do now is start step 5. Yep, you guessed it, invest. Cause that part of your budget ain't needed for paying off debt or building your emergency fund no more. You can start putting it to work and getting it growing. Now, of course, there's a bazillion different ways to invest. You can start a business, get into real estate, but for me, the best and simplest way to invest is in stocks. No effort involved, it's time tested, and you can set it to autopilot, sending a chunk of your pay each month to your brokerage account and investing it automatically. You can simply invest in an S&P 500 ETF and maybe mix it in with some international small cap stocks in there. Or you could just invest in a target date retirement fund, which dials down the risk as you get closer to retirement. But whatever you do, keep it simple, keep it low cost, and keep it diversified. That's the opposite of putting all your eggs in one basket. Even if you're earning minimum wage, by investing at least 25% of your take-home pay, you can become a multi-millionaire by the time you retire. Don't believe me? Well, let me prove it to you with the final step. Number 6, play the long game. That's right. More than how much you earn or how much you're setting aside each month or what you invest in. It's how long you invest for that makes the biggest difference to how rich you get. That's because of something called compound growth. See, compound growth turns your small gains into ginormous ones the longer time goes on. Imagine you're 25 years old, earning say $2,000 a month, and you're investing 25% of that. And each year, your earnings go up 5% because of pay rises, promotions, and side income. Now we'll assume an annual investment gain of 7%, which is lower than the average stock market return. You gotta consider costs and taxes, which plenty folks forget. All real achievable figures. So after 5 years, you got $40,000 already. Sounds pretty good, don't it? Well, after another 5, so now 10 years gone by, you got over 100 grand. See compound growth starting to work? Then after another 10, you got nearly 400,000. Now we're really cooking. After another 10, you passed the $1 million mark. Congratulations, sunshine. You just joined the Millionaire Club doing nothing but investing a quarter of your take-home pay. But we ain't done yet. Oh no, because after just 10 more years, at age 65, you've gone from 1 million to 2.5 million. Now we're talking. So did you notice after the first 10 years, you made 100,000, but by the final 10, you added another 1.5 million? That's the magic of compounding. All you gotta do is let time and compound growth do their thing. Ain't nothing more to it than that. And that's how you can become rich even on minimum wage. Check out this video if you want to find out how much you really need by the time you retire.